I'm excited to share with you a secret to making more money than you ever imagined you could make, and doing so without spending anything substantial. We're talking $500 or less, your own business, legitimate, respectable, long-term, sustainable, and highly, highly profitable. Now, this is probably one of the best kept secrets on the planet, and certainly something that if everybody really realized how great it was, far more people would be heading in this direction. So we're talking about a business that for $500 or less, you have to jump through a couple hoops. Nothing great comes completely easily, but once you've jumped through those couple of hoops, and really there are two, at that point you are positioned with your own business that is a highly profitable long-term business that you will be capable of building a legacy that you can leave behind to your loved ones forever after, and I'm going to go over it starting now. So, this is the business. You might be shocked to hear this, but it is the insurance business. First step is to get an insurance license. That's one of the hoops. Second step is to figure out marketing. That's the second hoop. That's all you have to do. Now, let me give you a glimpse of the type of money you could make and the reason why. If you ever find yourself on a golf course and you see how many insurance agents are out there during the daytime, Monday through Friday, for 3 hours golfing and not in an office, is because of something in the insurance business called renewals. Renewals is what insurance agents love more than just about anything else, other than their families, hopefully, in the world of business, is renewals. Renewals are percentages of all the policies that you've ever sold in your life that you're receiving, depending on your contract. Sometimes it's for life, sometimes it's 10 or 20 years, etc. But in any case, renewals are money that you're receiving while you're on the golf course, while you're sleeping at night, while you're watching a movie, while you're swimming in the ocean. Every minute, every hour, every day, every premium that's paid, a percentage of that is getting paid to you, and that is what is called renewals. And there are insurance agents that I know personally, and many that I don't, that are receiving in excess of $50,000 US dollars, $50,000 US dollars per month in renewals for doing absolutely nothing. Not only that, but if they do absolutely nothing forever after, if they don't do anything again, they're going to keep getting that money again and again, month after month after month, for doing absolutely nothing, because they own their book of business and they're vested, which if you do it the right way, that's how it's set up. And renewals are a beautiful thing. You can retire and still get paid on and on and on and on. It goes down a little bit over the years, but not much. For example, myself personally, policies that I sold back in 1996, to this very day, I'm still getting paid every month from those policies I sold in 1996, in 1997, and I won't count every year for you, but if you do the math and run the numbers, you'll see there's a lot of years between then and now. The beauty of insurance is it builds and builds and builds. So, in addition to renewals, there's first-year commissions, which are substantial. When I started in the insurance business a long time ago, back in the 90s, I was making $1,000 a week immediately, which at that point in time, over 20 years ago, was really good money. And in addition to that $1,000 a week, which made me pretty happy, it was a lot more than I was making before, I was building a book of business, I was building a renewal base that ultimately became so much greater than that. At first, the renewals, I was really excited when I realized the renewals will cover my cable television bill every month. And I thought, this is great, I'll never have to worry about paying for cable television again. And I started thinking, wow, what if I can get this to cover my car payment? And then it happened. What if I can get these renewals to cover my rent? Soon it happened. And pretty soon, not only were the renewals covering all of my expenses, but there was also money left over, and it kept building and building and building. That is why there are so many insurance agents, whether it be auto insurance agencies, which are all over, wherever you are, there's auto insurance agencies just everywhere, obviously, but even more so within the field of life and health. The only challenge with the auto insurance business, it's very complicated. Nothing wrong with complicated. A lot of people enjoy that. I understand it. It's a great service to provide. There's a huge need for it. But with auto insurance, there's a tremendous support burden. When you sell a policy, there's renewals, there are car accidents, you have to take pictures of cars, you have to do things to service and maintain the policies. And that's a great thing to do, and there's nothing at all wrong with doing that. And so that is the way it works in the auto insurance sales arena. So the type of insurance that I want to talk to you a little bit more about is insurance within the life and health realm. So for example, with life insurance policies, once you make that sale, you don't need to do anything ever again. Once you make that sale, that's it. There's really no more servicing indefinitely for the life of the policy. You're done. There are other policies, such as Medicare supplement policies, very similar. Once you make the sale, it just continues and continues without servicing. So while auto insurance can be a great niche, auto and home, etc., the only challenge is a lot of servicing. The area that I recommend you to focus on would be really within the life insurance and supplemental health products like accidental death policies, for example, injury protection, policies that pay you a certain amount of money every day that you're hospitalized due to an accident. They're very affordable. Cancer insurance policies. So I know this may sound like a grim topic, but it's something that everybody has a need for, that pretty much everybody buys. In fact, most Americans end up buying life insurance 2 or 3 or 4 times in their lifetime. So it's not something that's a taboo product to talk about. It's something that most people end up buying multiple times. So if you're the one that sells that policy, you're the one that's getting an initial commission and renewals for a very, very long time. All you need to do, simply go onto Google, type in DOI, which stands for Department of Insurance, DOI Arizona, if you're in Arizona. And if you want to get a little more specific, agent licensing. So DOI Arizona agent licensing, DOI California agent licensing, wherever you're at, DOI New York agent licensing. That will pull up the State Department of Insurance website where you can easily look at how do you get an insurance license. There are local providers, there are online providers of the pre-licensing requirements. Usually it costs anywhere from $100 to $200 for the pre-licensing education. You can get that done in about 2 weeks. Once you finish that, you would schedule an exam, which usually is an in-person exam at a local testing center. You pass the exam. It's not the hardest thing to do. Anyone with a degree, you can do this no problem. Anyone without a degree, you can do this no problem. The pre-license education is really made so that anybody can do it. You just have to focus, pay attention, take it seriously, study a bit. Really, in about 2 weeks, you can do all the pre-licensing. Another week or two, get your license in the mail. You're done. You're a licensed agent. At that point, you align with a good insurance company. There are so many out there. If you have questions, type it in comments. I'll give you some guidance there. But you can simply really Google it. Major insurance companies around America that would love to work with you, that would love for you to sell their products. I won't mention any name brand insurance companies now, but I'm talking like the top 50 biggest in America. Easy to work with them. Some of them you can work with directly. Some of them you work with through wholesalers. Just make sure that you're paid directly by the insurance company. Never accept a contract where you're paid by another agency simply because you don't own your own book of business. The agency does. Now, that's okay if they're paying you a salary or giving you something incredible. But for the most part, if you want to achieve independence and financial independence and wealth, you want to own your own book of business, meaning that the insurance company pays you directly, and because of that, that is your money, you own it, and when you stop doing insurance, if you do, you'll keep getting paid. That's renewals, that's where it's at. Pretty easy to do it. Wanted to share this with you because a lot of people right now are out of work, looking for opportunities, looking to start businesses. It's not cheap to start a business. You may spend $100,000, $200,000 US dollars plus to start a new business. You can start an insurance business for $500 or less. That's the first hoop, is getting that license. Once you've done that, there's some paperwork to do a contract with a few insurance companies. That's no big deal. You can practically do it in your sleep. And the next step is marketing. Now, some of you may have a natural market, people that you know, people that you can network with and communicate with, and referrals. And there's lots of coaching. If you want to know how to do that, simply run a search on YouTube. Great place to find information, as you know. That's why you're here now. And how to market insurance, how to sell insurance, how to generate insurance leads. There are ways to do it that are free. There are places you can spend time, community centers, senior centers, different types of locations that you can have business cards that you drop off. There's so much support and help for this, so I won't spend a lot of your time teaching you how to do this, but I can simply tell you that it's not that hard to do. Agents have been doing it since before I was born, and agents will be doing it for hundreds of years. It's just something that's always there, always will be, always has been. It's not that hard to do. You can also purchase leads. You can spend a little money buying leads. There are many vendors online or direct mail vendors where you essentially can get response cards scanned and emailed to you, people that are interested in buying insurance. You simply call them. And the great thing is most of this, really all of this, you can do by phone. There are some insurance companies that only accept in-person business, but there are a lot of other insurance companies, especially now, but even before the pandemic, that accept online applications, so everything can be done online, which makes it something that you can work from home in the safety and comfort of your own home, and you don't have to have an office, you don't have to have employees, you don't have to spend hardly any money at all, $500 or less. You've got your insurance license, you can generate leads and start making commissions without spending any money, or you can invest $300 or $400 into doing a direct mailing marketing campaign, for example, generate leads, make sales that way. You get a first-year commission, you get renewals, build up a lot of financial stability that way. It's just a great way to start a business with low overhead and to jump in and start making money. Most insurance companies pay weekly, some pay daily. Make a sale today, the money is in your bank within a few days. Can't beat it. Great way to bounce back and get some money coming in after all the financial turmoil we've had due to the pandemic. And not only due to the pandemic, but really in the past and in the future, it's just a great niche to be in. If you have any questions, please post those comments. I'd love to reply to them. If you've enjoyed this content, please click like and take a moment to click subscribe, click the bell and all for notifications, and I look forward to providing answers to any questions you may have. Thank you for joining. Take care.